What if I told you that Windows secretly records every programs, but every programs that it sees or runs on Windows machine, even the one you have deleted? Today, I'm showing 3 tools that malware hunters use to track down malicious file on Windows workstation. We're gonna start with the ShimCache. It tracks down all executables files that the OS sees or interact with, even if it was never executed. The next one will be the Prefetch artifact. It tracks all programs that was executed and their runtime behavior. And the last one is AMCache. It tracks metadata details about applications and executable binaries. Alright, let's start the demo of the ShimCache. But first, let's gather all artifacts that are already collected on ShimCache. We're gonna use a great tool. It is a Zimmerman tool called AppCompatProcess. It needs a folder where we will save it. By the way, is CSV, and I will give it on ShimCache folder, and also a file, and which will be CSVF, and I will call this file reboot.csv, right? After that, I can run it. My file has been created, as you can see on the folder ShimCache over there. So let me just open Timeline Explorer to analyze it. As you can see, those are the actual binaries that are already collected on the ShimCache. The last one is OneDriver, and there is also Firefox and so on. So let's go on the internet and download the Sublime test binary. I will get the Windows version and download it, and I will not open the download folder yet. I will just go ahead and close this browser now, and also close this folder and close the PowerShell. Those two, I'm gonna close it, close also the Timeline Explorer. Okay, and now let me just reboot the device. Why reboot? Because the ShimCache will save its logs once after a reboot session. It's just reboot, and I will come back when the reboot will be done, right? Alright, the reboot is done, so let's go ahead and collect again the ShimCache artifact to see if the Sublime test binary was already collected or not. Let me just go ahead and now take it and analyze it on Timeline Explorer. Alright, as you can see on the previous one, the last one was OneDriver. But for this one, and after the Sublime reboot, we don't have yet our Sublime text binary, right? Let's go ahead on the PowerShell, and here I will do a change directory first to go on the download folder and do a ls. As you can see, the Sublime test is here, right? Now let's reboot again the device, but first close everything to see if it will be collected on ShimCache or not. Just reboot it and see again. Alright, the second reboot is done, so let's collect again the ShimCache artifact to see if our Sublime text will be collected or not. Okay, let me just now analyze those 3 files, right? On Timeline Explorer, by the way, as usual. As you can see, on the reboot, we have the OneDrive launcher, which was the last one. And on the after the Sublime, we have this bunch of binaries. We still don't have the Sublime binary yet, right? Can see over there. But on the after ls Sublime test reboot, the last one is Copilot, but we don't have the Sublime test yet. Now let me just close it and go on Explorer folder and go on the download and visualize the Sublime test. Now we see it, right? Now what we will do, we will close everything and reboot again to see what will happen. Close it also, and reboot again. Alright, now that we did visualize the Sublime test through the Explorer folder, Let's go again and collect the ShimCache artifacts to see if the Sublime text was collected or not. Let's go ahead and grab those logs and analyze it on the Timeline Explorer, right? Just load it, wait a little bit. All right, we do have 4 now. Just move a little bit. Okay, we do have the reboot where the last binary was OneDrive launcher. We have also the logs related to after download where we cannot see yet the Sublime test. To be sure, we can search, Sublime on the search bar. We have nothing. Here also we can search it just to be sure that we don't have nothing. Now let's go on after we did the ls, where the last binary with Copilot. We can search also for Sublime test. We have nothing. Now after seeing with the Explorer, we can see our Sublime test is there. Okay, and Sublime test. All right, that's great, guys. So this is one of case where the ShimCache will collect data on Windows machine. All right, let's start the demonstration of the Prefetch logs collect. But first, we will install the Sublime test that we already download, right? Click on it, say yes. It will come, do next, add it to the Explorer context menu, do next and install it. Just wait, it will be quickly finished. Okay, let's just go ahead on the Prefetch folder to see if our Sublime test was already collected by the Prefetch logs or not. It is on Windows folder, and for there we're just looking for the Prefetch folder. By the way, you need to have admin's right in order to open it, right? And there we can just look for the Sublime test. Actually, Prefetch will save all files on the format .pf, by the way. Just scroll a little bit. It is on Sublime test. Okay, we can see that we do have 3 different Prefetch .pf. Let's just do a test again, right? But this time I do have a program that will raise a error. Is there? Let me just execute it and see what will happen with the prefetch log collect, right? Execute it one time. Okay, it's raised an error. Just go back on the prefetch folder, look to see if the prefetch file of this binary has been created or not. Just scroll down a little bit. I cannot see yet. Maybe I need to just come back. Okay, and I can see not yet. Is there? Okay, we can see the error. The program that raised the error also has been created after the execution. Right, let's use this program. This is a Zimmerman tool called PCMD. We're gonna use it to gather all metadata related to a prefetch file, right? We need to give to it the file, so we'll be on C .windows, not it's Windows, and then on prefetch. Okay, and let's look at the error program first to see what we can have. All right, as you can see, it is the metadata related to this binary and also how many times it has been executed. For now it's just one time, and we have also the timestamp related to this execution. Normally is we need to do a minus 10 seconds, by the way, to be accurate. And also we do have the folder, the file path in this case, where the file or the binary has been executed, right? Let's do also for our Sublime test the same. Okay, you can see those are the metadata related to those Sublime test. The run count also, the last time it has been executed, and we can scroll back just to see others information related to this one, right? Let's just go ahead, and execute again this program here. 1, 2, that's one more time. Okay, and now run again to get the metadata. You will see that the run count will increase to 5 because we just execute it multiple times. Right. Okay, this is how we can gather information related to Prefetch, right? All right, let's start the demo of AMCache. But we will start by running all those binary that I have here, right? We'll run this one first. Okay, close it and run the chain also. It's raised euro. Okay, that's kind of fine because I just built this binary to make that. Let's do that. The cleanup also, the collector, close it like the DLL doesn't exist. The dropper, I will execute that. It's Google, so execute that. Launcher, will execute it. Okay, the logger, the rename. Okay, the spammer. We also execute the worker. All right, now that it is finished, we're gonna start by collect the AMCache logs. To do that, we're gonna use the binary AMCache parser. It is a Zimmerman tool as well. I need to give to it the AM logs, right? Will be amcache.hve, and I need to save it on a folder. Run it, okay. After that, we're going to use the Timeline Explorer to analyze some of those logs, right? We start with an associated file entry. Let me just go ahead and grab it. Yeah, put it there. And for here, like you have more metadata related to binaries that has been executed on the binary on the system. Sorry, as you can see, we have the name of the company that he created. We have the extension, the file path. We have also the hash, the program ID as well, and so on. Let me go ahead and grab the shortcut and the drive binary also, and so then we can analyze it very quickly, right? Since it is on Timeline Explorer, we can add or some filters in order to improve our hunting to see if there is like potential suspicious shortcut or potential suspicious driver name, something like that. All right, guys. This is how the cache works. Okay, before we finish this video, let's see one more cool tool to analyze AMCache. But first, let's collect the AMCache using Gkape, right? We need to choose a target source first, and then a destination where we will save the logs. And after that, we need to select the AMCache, give it a format and a namebase, like will be the file that will be saved, like AMCache. Do that. Okay, and now that everything is good, I can run it and just wait. All right, by the way, it is also a Zimmerman tool, Gkape or Cape only for some other people. Okay, the file has been collected. Now what I will do, I'll just send it to my Linux machine. All right, the cool tool is the AppCompatProcess. It is a Python tool, by the way. We have our log here, file amcache.zip, right? To start it, we need first to create a database. Like, let's just run it and create our database using our logs that we collected, right? We run it, it's Python database.bd. We need to load it and use the .zip file that we just collect from Gkape, right? Okay, now that we have our logs on our database, we can start our analysis. For example, by search whatever binary we want. Let's start with the binary error, like will be we need to pass to it a database, and then we can use the function fsearch and give to it a file name, will be the euro.exe, and execute it. All right, as you can see, it's like give us some information like the file path of some programs that has this name. We can also, let's use another function called stack. It's gonna help us gather this information. For example, for the binary error, give it, and it's give me Can also change and go ahead, put another one. Google, for example. All right, I think it's a very useful tool to use it if you really want to do your incident response.